But now it's time to go to our session studio. We did a live session recording earlier in the week. What that involves is we invite one of our artists in who we know are going to be good, and we cross our fingers that they'll be really good. And so often we're blown away by the talent, as we were again this week. And so it was Karl Toth this week. He's from Market Raisin. We got him in the session studio. It's just him and a guitar, no effects or processing or anything like that. So what you hear is very clean, plain and simple. We've got 4 tracks he did, sort of as live. We just hit record and off he went. I'll have to confess, the very last track at the end of the show, he did have to have a couple of goes at it, but we're going to let him off because he'd written it the day before the session recording. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, you know, you can tell he's a clear live talent. He's only 18 years old. He's from Market Raisin, and as I say, we'll have 2 of his live tracks at the end of the programme. We've got 2 now, but first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Karl Toth.
Introducing.
Hello, I'm Karl. I'm from Market Raisin, and I do music. Well, at Lincoln College at the moment.
That was good. That was straight to the point. I like that. So how old are you?
I'm 18.
And yeah, so you're pretty young, and you've decided music's a thing for you, because tell us the story of your A-levels.
Well, I started my A-levels sort of a cop-out from music, really. I didn't think it was going to be viable for me, so I went to go do music, photography, English literature and language. And didn't like it at all. I think I wanted more music in my life, so I dropped all them, part of photography, and then now I'm over at Lincoln College doing just music. So yeah.
So why didn't you think it would be viable, just in terms of, I want a career, but I know what the industry is like, so I'm a bit nervous of making that step? Or?
Schools push for you to be teachers, lawyers and doctors and things, that there's a structured way to get into it, whereas music, there is no real way to get into a healthy position. So
it's funny, I had almost that exact conversation with a teacher recently about when someone comes to you, a pupil, and says, and I don't want to tar any particular schools, and says, all right, I want to do this, and you know statistically it's a difficult area to push someone towards. What do you do? So you felt that you had to make that decision for yourself? Yeah,
I might turn around in 40 years' time and say, shouldn't have done that, but
the teachers were right.
You got to try, haven't you? You'll never know otherwise.
Okay, so in terms of you musically, how long have you been making music?
Well, I took my first guitar lesson in year 8 with no guitar.
How did that work? Air guitar lesson?
I thought it was a week after, and I haven't bought one yet. So I just went over and he just explained to me the different parts of the guitar.
If you had a guitar,
I probably would have been loads further by now.
BBC introducing Unsigned, Undiscovered, and Under the Radar music.
This song's called Judgment.
I'm only 6 years old, missing out on the rest of the world. My teacher said that your future looks bleak. Well, I guess he thinks that I'm a freak. It looks like we've all made a mistake, choosing music over a life that makes sense. My teacher said that your future looks bleak. Well, I guess he thinks that I'm a freak. He won't look back. He won't look back. He won't look back and have a story to tell. He won't look back. He won't look back. He won't look back and have a story to tell. Speaking words behind each other's back. Confrontation is too much for you to hide. You'll hide behind whoever will stand in front of you. So I guess that they're a freak too. I used to try way too hard to stay in the middle and not be apart. just like you, sour and burning through, I hope into. And I suppose your chances aren't as good as ours. You want to even out the odds. It feels like I'm only 1 year old, haven't achieved what I had have hoped. But there's still time to whip back down the reins and get up and out of this place. So when I look back, when I look back, when I look back, I'll have a story to tell. When I look back, when I look back, when I look back, I'll have a story to tell.
That's the first track from this week's live session artist. We recorded that in the studios at BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Wonderful sound, great voice. That's called Judgment, that one. Our featured artist this week is Karl Toth. We've got another track in just a moment, and two more that he did for us at the end of the programme. He's only 18 years old. We were talking about how he got started in music a few years ago now, when he took his first guitar lesson.
Introducing.
Since then, what, so did you love it straight away?
Well, since then it was metal music all the way.
Really?
Dimebag Darrell. I had my long hair down to my shoulders.
That's a common story on this programme. People always seem to start out in the metal bands and then
Well,
over time rather change their musical style.
Yeah, it was quite sudden. I got given a Newton Faulkner CD, and then it was almost overnight. I stopped listening to distorted, crunchy guitar and started listening to Candy Rat records and things like that.
So when you started playing guitar, were you trying to play the metal sort of stuff as well?
Yeah. Well, that's what my teacher taught me a lot of. Start off classic rock songs, the AC/DC, the D and the A chord that everyone learns, the first song.
And so that Newton Faulkner album, what was that, like 5-6 years ago or something now?
Yeah, it must be. The hand-built by robots one.
And so did you try and emulate his playing style? Because he's very, well, like Elliot Morris, to quote a local musician, he's all percussive tapping and...
To start with, that's what I did. I was all about the tapping. And but then I decided to stick to normal writing routes and not... Because I feel that unless you're really, really good at it, it's not really worth listening to. Like Elliot Morris and Newton Faulkner have got... That's their thing, isn't it? I couldn't really build it to be my thing, so I thought I'm still developing my sound, really.
And tell us about your music course, because you're studying music now. You've taken that decision, and you're doing a BTEC at Lincoln College. Right. What sort of stuff are you actually learning day to day? Is it all about developing your skill as an artist, or a variety?
There are performance parts of it, but a lot of them is just covers and... It's just learning to play in a group and session music and things like that. But in the second year now, I'm going to be focusing on tech more than anything. And you can either do tech or live sound, and I chose tech.
And tech meaning studio?
Studios, recording, things like that.
So usefully, even if you're not, an all-singing, all-supreme artist being, you'll always have that to fall back on. Not that you'll need it, of course.
Well, that's the plan. Go to university and study that if nothing happens before then. Yeah, it's my safety net.
And what is your dream?
To make money from being a performer. I'm not saying I want to be world famous, or that would be nice, or that seems a bit out of the ballpark. Just to have a fairly healthy lifestyle. As long as I'm not living in a bin. If I'm performing, I'll be alright. This song's called The Man in My Head.
Can you take me from that man in the mirror? He's broken. Oh, hope he's not listening, or I'll get busted. Oh no, and there's nothing more that I'd want to see than you on the floor so easily. Take me from that lead weight hanging over my head. 2 more steps in that rope where we can hide dread, and there's nothing more that I'd want to know. Before that rope will go. Whoa, 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 keep firing. Fingers crossed the effects on long lasting. And there's nothing more that you'd want to see. Let an end to this, to you and me. Whoa, 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 How about I take you out of the city and show you how us country boys we did it? And why wouldn't you say if I said that I liked you? But the man in my head told me it would be a mistake too. The man in my head told me it would be a bad move. The man in my head told me, the man in my head told me, the man in my head told me. The devil race, take me away.
Wonderful stuff. He's very, very adept at his guitar playing. He's got great lyrics as well, especially, not to sound patronising for someone who's only 18 years old, he's clearly a young talent who's going to go a long way. That one was called The Man in My Head. Karl Toth, we've got 2 more tracks from him at the end of the show. You can find him online, facebook.com/Karl Toth Music. That's Karl with a K, and Toth is spelt Toth. That has caught me out on this programme before. Karl Toth, our featured artist this week. More from him later. So before the end of the programme, we can voyage now back to our live session recording. We got Karl Toth in. He's only 18 years old and he's from Market Raisin. We had him in the studio here, and it was a simple job of stick a couple of mics in front of him, hit record and say, right, off you go, give us 4 tracks, and off he went. Very, very talented live performer, as you'll hear in just a moment. He's studying music at Lincoln College. He's actually been in our session studio before, in fact, playing backing guitar for another artist.
Introducing.
We first saw you when you came in for a session and helped out
Lighton, or Hypo.
And yeah, that was very good. And we talked about a live session, and we said, oh yeah, you know, maybe, who knows? And then you uploaded your music, and it's brilliant. The couple of tracks you've sent in are they're very good tracks, really well produced as well. Where did you record them?
Avivo Arts, which is a Lincoln studio. Yeah, my tutor is one of the owners of it.
Aha, so, useful.
Yeah, so it was an easy way to get in, really.
And are you getting much support from him specifically for what you're doing in your spare time, as it were?
Well, he's always there to talk to, and he's very good at teaching. He's my favourite teacher I've had in any school so far, because the way he says things just registers with me. So he's very supportive.
Have you got plans for more recording?
Not in the very near future, because it's very expensive. But I'm releasing 1 video a week, at least, on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Karl Tunes. Karl with a K, and Tunes is Choons.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, tune.
How's that going down, the YouTube stuff?
Very well on my Facebook. People seem to like it on my Facebook, but so far as a wider response goes, I've had quite a few messages from girls in America saying, one of them said that I am her future husband.
Nice.
It's a little bit creepy.
You should go on tour over there and tell them you're coming.
Yeah.
Wow, celebrity Englishman.
I think the accent will do it, really.
I know, it's funny how that works.
This song's called Soul Trooper.
When sadness inevitably enters your heart, count on me to get it gone. If rest is what you want, I'll get out of bed. Clear your mind and lay your head down. I can only give you what you ask me for, so don't be afraid to come knocking at my door. Oh, I've got complete admiration for you, brave woman, brave soul trooper. 5 stars and all my respect. Full marks is what you will get. I don't have a clue what you will want. Whatever it is, I'll give it a shot. But you have so many people surrounding you. I may not be needed, you may not want me there. I'm just another option in the air. Give you what you ask me for, so don't be afraid to come knocking at my door. Oh, I've got complete admiration for you, brave woman, brave soul trooper. 5 stars and all my respect. Full marks is what you will get. Complete admiration for you, brave woman, brave soul trooper. 5 stars and all my respect. Full marks is what you will get. It might sound like a cliche, apparently that's where the secret of life lay. And it might sound like a cliche, apparently that's where the secret of life lay. And it might sound like a cliche, apparently that's where the secret of life lay. And it might sound like a cliche, apparently that's where the secret of life lay. And it might sound like a cliche, apparently that's where the secrets of life lay. Life lay. And if you ever want me, you know where to find. And if you ever need me, baby, you know where I am. And if you ever want me, you know where to find. And if you ever need me, baby, you know where I am.
That one from our featured artist this week, Karl Toth, is called Soul Trooper. He performed that live exclusively for us here at BBC Introducing in Lincolnshire. I keep going on about how he's a very young talent. I mean, 18 to some people isn't that young, but in terms of the proficiency of his singing, his voice, his lyric writing, his guitar playing, he is a very young, real talent. We had a chat about his future.
Introducing.
Have you thought much? I mean, obviously you're only 18 and sort of, in a way, just getting started on the proper solo acoustic-y sort of stuff. Have you thought much about a game plan, or at the moment are you just getting through the course?
It's getting through the course and writing and performing as much as I can, really. It's all sort of, it's the training shoes period, because I've only just started really putting my music out properly.
So you're
regularly.
not currently sort of any wild aspirations of like, I'm already like as good as, I was going to say Sting, that's a real insult. I mean, but you know what I mean? You feel like right now, even though what you've sent is really good, you feel you're still sort of learning a lot.
Yeah, I think it's step by step, isn't it? Brick by brick. There's no quick jump into it. I want to try go the honest route and not jump onto X Factor straight away. Maybe if I get to 25 and I haven't got anywhere.
or the voice, it won't still be going with them.
I hope so. I prefer it. Those swivelly chairs make it all worth watching.
I'm sure one of them turn around for you. And the Market Razor music scene, that's where you're from, that's where you live, and what's that like? Be nice.
Well, there isn't really a scene, so to speak, just the George and the Swan. They're the only places that really have music in the town. Fairly regularly, usually on the weekends, on Saturdays, it'd be a rock band, AC/DC covers and things like that. And then on Sundays, they have an acoustic person in, sometimes me. So I know everyone there, so it's basically just like singing in my front room.
So for youthful, contemporary, what genre do you describe yourself as? Sort of folky poppy?
Folky pop, yeah.
For that bracket, are you the only one representing Market Raisin, really?
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that title. I'll have the medal.
We'll get you a badge.
Take your word for just about anything, and in a perfect world, I know what makes a girl like you tick. I'd learn a thing or two and some tricks to bring that dream I've been having down from the heavens into this. I'd read the books if it'll help me to understand how to win your heart, your looks, and your hand, What makes a girl like you tick? I've learned a thing or two and some tricks to bring that dream I've been having down from the heavens into this. A billion other girls, if you ask me, you're the one they're all based off. You're the master copy. A million other faces, but none quite like the journey from your lips to your eyes, and not one brought to life. Travel to you, but please don't go too far. I don't have much with what I do, but I've got time. What would a girl like you think about me? I'm so out of sync. I'll bring that dream I've been having down from the heavens in a blink. A billion other girls, if you ask me, you're the one they're all based off. You're the master copy. A million other faces, but none quite like the journey from your lips to your eyes, and not one brought to life. There's got to be a law against this possession of my mind. A law against this, the most beautiful crime. There's got to be a law against this possession of my mind. A law against this, the most beautiful crime, the most beautiful of mine. I give you my word on just about anything, and in a perfect world, you're listening.
The fourth of 4 tracks that we got from our featured artist this week. It's called Master Copy. That's a great track. We really like that. It's by Karl Toth. He's from Market Raisin. And in fact, that one, he did have to restart it a couple of times because he went slightly wrong. We very rarely do that in live recordings because we literally do it as live. But we let him off because he wrote it the day before recording that. I mean, it's got some fairly intricate fiddly little bits of guitar playing, some great lyrics and so on. And yet he managed to deliver that performance just a day after writing it. Great stuff from Karl Toth. He's been doing his own YouTube videos, which he's got on his YouTube channel, and you can find a lot of links to them and other stuff on his Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Karl Toth Music. I should point out it's Karl with a K, and Toth is spelled T-O-T-H. We also filmed him doing the live session, so you can go and see a video to what you've literally just heard on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BBC Lincolnshire Introducing. After the show, we'll stick some links up there.